Click. Snap. Stack. Bend is on stream. Yeah. The bricks are back. Hey. Hey. Oh. Got a tower to the ceiling, spaceships in his room. Tiny plastic dream worlds blasting through the Zoom. Chat's going crazy as the cameras roll. Clock and tamers in the lobby, yeah, they're ready to go. Bender's bricktastic builds, watch him stack that world so high. Bender's bricktastic builds, single block to the sky. Clock and tamers in the chats, hear the battle cry begin.
Hello there.
Ducks release the Kraken. Let the brick storm win. Click clack city racers on the track. Brick build villains, heroes fighting back. Every little minifig waiting in the wings. Till Bender shouts their code name and the Kraken sings. Bender's bricktastic builds, watch him stack that world so high. Bender's bricktastic builds, from a single block to the sky. Clock and tamers in the chat, hear the battle cry
Hello there.
begin. Run the ducks, release the Kraken. Let the brick storm win. From
Hello
the
there.
screen to your room, you can build it too. Every click, every brick is a call to you. So grab
Hello
your
there.
crew, count it down. 3, 2, 1, attack. Quack and Tamers on the move, and they're never turning back. Bender's bricktastic builds, watch him stack that world so high. Bender's bricktastic builds, from a single block to the sky. Quack and Tamers side by side. Yeah, the legends all begin. Run the ducks, release the Kraken. Let the brick storm win. Bender's bricktastic builds. Hey, brick by brick again. Run the ducks, release the Kraken.
The heck are you today? Oh my goodness. Alright. As you can see, I am dolled up here. Friday was Pokemon Day. They had a ton of announcements throughout the brand. But most importantly, LEGO released the first ever LEGO Pokemon official license sets. Let's go! About time. 30 years you guys could have figured this out. Just saying. Man. Okay. Told you. Alright, we got Nicholas in chat. We got Crow grabbing first today. Nicholas grabbing second. Welcome on in, both of you. I hope you're doing well. Gundam C Moby's here on Twitch and Kick. Nicholas is on YouTube and Twitch. Crow's on Twitch. You waited half an hour for me. What? I started 10. Wasn't that far off. I think I was a minute late. Good morning, Thundermouse. Is that what Bricker Builds calls their model? I could be greedy and still third, but would be rude. I thought I did it where you couldn't do that. I thought that was part of it. But it is what it is. No one's grabbing it. Half an hour. And I'm low. I know you're loading. Are you guys not excited for daylight saving time this week? No, I'm not. I lose an hour of sleep. G Monkey!
I've been to hell and back and back.
Also, yes, it worked! Freaking finally, at least for once. Said 16 months. You're missing the hour part? I'm very confused. We're just in a different time zone. I don't know what I'm... Hour and a half. Hour and a half? What the heck? I see what we're saying. Hour and a... What? What? Why are you waiting so long for me?
Hello there.
You could have watched an entire movie in this time. I'm so sorry. Why did you wait that long, though? Why? Okay, anyway. Because we're in different time zones. Yeah, but... time zones are an hour different, not an hour and a half different. Anywho. Listen. Sir, I'm not watching a movie unless it's an episode of Game of Thrones. It could be 3 episodes of Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Could be 3 episodes of that, too. So, yeah. Got you there. You can't say it's got spoilers for Game of Thrones because it happens first. But anyway, so I'm going to put this back over here because there's not going to be room for it. Oh.
You never know what is going to come through.
There we go. RC Spaceport. Welcome on in, buddy. How you doing this morning? Oh, shoot, some ladders. Give me a second. Oh. How are you today?
Darth Jar Jar?
Hello there.
Ridiculous.
You're doing okay? Yeah. I'm sorry about the, once again, I know I DM'd you, but, you know, I'm sorry about the news you passed along this morning. If you need anything, let me know. You know, I'm a DM or a call away. This is huge. Yes, this is. Nope. Unfortunately, I watched Game of Thrones, not watched anything else in the. Nothing wrong with Game of Thrones at first. It just got really bad when they had no material to go off of. Yeah, this is freaking huge. It is, what, 6,600 pieces? This is the backside. This is the backside of water. Oh! You do not know how much I was shaking yesterday trying to hold this up with, like, one hand. 6,800, actually. It's substantial. This is substantial. We're gonna crack it open. It should be separated into boxes. Ugh. I've been excited for this one. So what happened was Thursday night, because I'm in a central time zone.
Okay, ma'am, calm down. What kind of sauce?
Alright. You know, RC is the reason we have that. Like, one of his first couple times in the stream, he was like, you need a hydrate. Oh, and you need a brown hydrate. And then I went, oh, what do you have your brown hydrate for? And he's like, most of them are for this. And I was like, and then, yeah, I went, yeah, what do you have for it? He's like, oh, no, I don't drink. There's one. Oh. you have the wings. I'm gonna need a pic of those to see if I want them. The Guardian Dragon? The Guardian Dragon wings? Screw it, I gotta crack that boy open anyway. Let's see if I can dump these. Come on. Or are you saying the Charizard wings? No, okay. I mean, they're not the same as the ones... I thought they were the same as the ones on the Guardian Dragon, just in orange. Alright, 2 and 3. That's the last one. I love how it has the typing on the back, like fire flying, water. That's right, Charizard was... No, Blastoise is the only single typing Pokemon from the start, for the Kanto starters. Gen 2, I think they all were single typing at the end. Yeah, Toad. I think Feraligatr stays water type. Typhlosion stays fire type. And Magnetium is only fire. Why do I keep saying the same one as the grass? Alright. Big old box. So, while we're opening this, I did, because I wanted to get the Pokemon Center Award because, well, one, apparently they did it by your IP time zone. So it had been saying the 26th for me forever. And, like, Local and I were arguing a little bit. Like, not mean. Not mean, but he's like, no, it's definitely... I know there's a brown hydrate, by the way. Jesus, Murphy. That's all for one Pokemon. But we're arguing. I was like, no, it's the 20th. I'm like, it says the 26th. But he pulled it up. It was there. So I didn't argue with him. I'm like, okay, it says that, but for me, it legit says the 26th. I'm not making that up. So I did a quick check at like 11 and 11:15 on Wednesday, just to make sure. But I had already heard that they were saying it by time zone, so that way people couldn't say they got screwed. I don't know, I just like Wingstop. I think you're just hungry, G-Monk. You gotta go to like B-Dubs or Wingstop or something. I think you just want like early lunch. Or as D just calls it lunch because they make her eat it like 9:30 for lunch. Anyway, we'll do the brown hydrate quick. Cheers, Nicholas. They said gotta catch them all. I didn't know they meant the shots. So after 10, you should totally be able to get weak. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I knew. I know. Also, plastic bags. How's that? So sad. Plastic bags. 227. 27? So there's nothing Wednesday, Thursday. I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up 10:55. And I was like, oh no, oh no. I'm like, I gotta hurry. I ran in here, sat down. Every screen had the wait.
hello there.
He's like, wait. And I was like, no. Greg, welcome on in. And I was like, it's so it begins. But then, like, weirdly enough, I got in. I was so confused because that was a fresh new feeling for me. I'm like, it's only like 11:02. I'm in? And I'm like, I'm expecting, you know, from there, I'm expecting it to be an absolute crapshoot. Because it typically is, right? Like, you get in the site, but everything's all screwed up. I am running out of stuff. Seven already dropped itself in the bin. Hopefully 27 is the last one. 19, 21. Blackjack. 9. 13. 14, 4, 20, 10, 15, 18, and number 1. There we go. Yeah, I got my work cut out for me, huh? Holy crap, you'll just have to wing it, but oh my gosh, hold on. I gotta go back, there's so many things. Oh, we're all just talking about the wings, of course.
But this is better!
Much better! G-Monkey, but Red Bull gives you wings. I already said hi to Greg. And a lot of other things that are bad for you, too. And you'll have to wing it. Alright. Greg, how's my week been? My week's been, interesting. Most of it was dull for most of it. Most of the week was kind of dull, I'm going to be honest. But we got stories. We do have stories. One of which I'm just going to give you broad strokes. It's not really my place to step in. Or to tell everybody all the details. So I'll broad stroke it. Anyway. So Thursday, I got in like 11:02, 11:03, and I was like, all right, I'm in. Now I gotta, you know, deal with like the trying to add stuff to the card and it always failing and whatnot. Well, I go to look. That looks like a grumpy turtle. He's a grumpy frog-like thing. I don't know why I put this hat over here.
Goodness gracious!
I put this hat in the bin. And then I'm dropping like my power cords. That's cool. He needs a sticker. He gets hostile when he's angry. Oh, for sure. I do too. I do too. There we go. All right, we got a Pokédex bio entry. If I do... There we go. I wasn't sure if it was in the right spot. He needs a Snickers. Feed me all the Snickers you want. If it's not a margarita, violence will be chosen. Alright, we'll get you a margarita. Dang, chill, Crow. Get you your margarita. I love how they actually have the Game Boy entry. So they literally have two different entries here, which is kind of cool. So, Venusaur, the seed Pokemon. Height 6'7". That's for you guys. That's for you youngsters. There you go. 221 pounds. The flower on its back catches the sun's rays. That is the Pokédex entry. From Pokemon... Why would you do Pokemon Yellow? It's not even the 30th anniversary of Pokemon Yellow. Okay. Once again, weird choices made by the LEGO group. You guys are really dropping the ball here. They have, yes, had to add 3 leading zeros now because we are in the thousands. Kane himself when he's angry, that's right. The bio for this one, while it basks in the sun, it can convert the light into energy. As a result, it's more powerful in the summertime. Weaknesses to fire, ice, flying, and psychic. Yeah, but doesn't he have... Why doesn't it show resistance? Because he'd also be... Whatever, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Type, grass, poison. Yeah, Philly's overgrowth. 6'7". He went down a half a pound. If this is supposed to be 30 years later, the good news is he went down half a pound. He is 220.5 pounds. Good job, buddy. Is that like the Pokemon Ozempic? You got on that? Yeah? Wait, we got another entry? Oh, and then you got the LEGO! The LEGO Pokédex entry. Wild! This relatively peaceful LEGO Pokemon Venusaur can thrive anywhere, even out of sunlight. Actually, in fact, this one has a weakness to sunlight. This one is weak to sunlight. He will fade over time. I wonder how the Pokeballs work. If it's anything like the Pikachu one, they look like stupid-ass ovals. So hopefully they redesign that for the smaller sets later on in the year. Height 8 inches. He went down a lot. And in this case, he's only 55.8 ounces. 2,840 pieces though for the Venusaur. Just for the body. That's not the... I don't think that's the base included. From the LEGO Pokemon trainers. You know, it's not how it's supposed to be used, but that was so deliciously evil. Because now I have to read this whole thing upside down. Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise are 3 of the most sought after Pokemon in the digital games and the trading card game. And now you can collect and build them together. Remember, this is upside down for me too. That's why I'm reading it weird. The final evolutions of the first partner Pokemon from the Kanto region are live characters? At least they feel that way to us. Okay, yes, our live characters. And we've shown them in dynamic poses to reflect their big personalities. That is hard to read upside down in this font type. Yeah, Nicholas, you really screwed me on this one. Oh, you might discover a few hidden things of their types inside. Big personalities deserve a big display. We experimented with different ways to blend their environments and color palettes into one huge model. We've used fun and challenging building techniques to shape the 3 awesome Pokemon and the platform. Each is showcased its natural habitat: a lush jungle for Venusaur, volcanic mountain biome for Charizard, and a beachy waterfront setting for Blastoise. And then their cartoon counterparts. Who's making a rebrickable of the clones? Just adding the stripes in. I don't know if you'd be able to. I think you'd have to do printed parts to do that. Bag number 1. We have an orange brick separator. Wow. And it's a big bag. It's not going to... Oh, we almost lost the Technic. Don't want to lose the Technic. Alright. Here's the dealio. Crap out of this. That's it. So Thursday, I went online. I woke up at 10:55. I was freaking out. Got it at 11:03. I went to the reward center and they didn't have the Pokemon Center. They didn't have it. And I was like, what's going on? Why don't you have the Pokemon Center? And then I realized like a bunch of stuff was missing because they had no sets at all. And I was like, that's weird. They had at least a bunch of these in stock like yesterday. There's no way they like cleaned it up and everything was gone. So like I was like refreshing. I'm like on 3 different things. I got one browser here, another profile over here. I'm remoted into my Mac. I got my phone out. I got my tablet out. Because this ain't my first frickin' rodeo. This ain't my first rodeo. I know how this goes. I looked, it said they were sold out. Also, we're on 1-2.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
They're sold out of the starter pack, as I'll call it. Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. And I was like, ain't no way. I'm like, ain't no way. I clicked on it. But what I did a refresh. So it didn't screw up there. Like it wasn't like I didn't refresh it, it just said it was sold out. It said sold out. It remained to say sold out. I clicked on the link, they had them. I was like, okay. Good. Good. That gives me a little hope. And then I want to say it was like 10-15 minutes into it. That's when the Pokemon Center Award finally showed up. I snagged that, and I snagged Eevee so I could get it. I used my points. They made me pay $1. They made me pay $1. I don't even know how that works out. I don't know how that works out for $60 of tax, but they made me pay $1. Which I was fine with, I guess. But it was kind of weird. Like, shouldn't this be free? I didn't purchase any goods. But I was like, whatever. So Eevee and the Pokemon Center reward will be on the way at some point. I woke up then, so I went to bed after that. A little bit after that, I went to bed, and the train to go downtown on Friday, because I did take off work. The train to go downtown on Friday was at 8:27. I woke up at 8:10. No. Why am I being a liar? I woke up 8 minutes before the train left. I literally, like, slept on deodorant, threw on my clothes, and ran out the door. Because otherwise I would have had to Uber downtown. And I didn't want to pay for that mess. So I got down there. I got to the mall and everything by, like, it definitely was before 10. I'm not exactly sure time. I think it might have been 9:30. But I got my Starbucks because I knew I had time. And I walked in, and for the first time ever, there was not a security guard standing at the ready. There was no security guard downstairs blocking anybody from coming up. So I was like, oh, that's not a good sign. I get up there, I'm like literally like sticking my neck up like this to try to see up above the railing for the escalator to see back down to the Lego store. Pika, you gotta go backwards, buddy. Okay? You gotta Ash Ketchum this, because you can't see. People can't see the build. Pikachu. Legit, like, I'm like trying to peek over. I'm like, dude, they let him up. This isn't good. I'm like, this. Remember, the Enterprise had a line. To our friend over on Kick, welcome on in. How you doing today? If you want to help me out and sound that out, or give me a little, give me a nickname I could call you, because I don't want to butcher that. I guarantee I'm going to. Chilling about you. Well, I'm building Venusaur. I think if there's one person in this whole situation that we know what they're doing, that's me. Don't worry, they're Turkish words. I could call you Chift. All right. Much appreciated. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is say the name horribly wrong and offend you. So. What have I done terribly wrong here? Because I did something terribly wrong. Oh, and I have that. I wanted to use the tool. Forgot about that. I got a new tool from Amazon for... it's supposed to do everything, apparently. It's supposed to be a brick separator. It has there's a hammer. But I got a pair of pliers. It's supposed to be for, like, technical stuff. I got it all together. It's in the other room. Because I figured I could probably use it with all the technique for the brick world knock. But yeah, so I get up the escalator. There's a security guard, and then, you know, they're like, yeah, you could, yeah, here, you know, what are you here for? You here? And I'm like, yeah, just Pokemon. I'm like, okay, come on in. You know, yeah, that's the only place you can go right now. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So, go anywhere else. nowhere else to be. But there's actually only one guy in line, and I walked up and I was like, honestly, I'm surprised. And he's like, yeah, me too. And he was actually working remotely, which was kind of awkward. Cause like, he's like, I'm really proud of everyone. Just like random, I'm just like, thank you. I don't know what I did though. I do not really have any Technic sets. No, it's not my jam. I've built a couple. I didn't find joy in it. I didn't feel joy in it, and my hands always hurt the most after I build like a bunch of Technic. So I kind of stay away. I'm not really much of a car person anyway, so it's not really like that big of a thing for me. Like I think I built, like one of the first sets I did was the Corvette like Z1 or whatever back in the day. It was a smaller orange set. And then I built the Dom's Charger from Fast and the Furious. I built that one for my dad as a Father's Day gift, actually. I lit that one too. That was kind of cool. Yeah, your thumb and point fingers are all red. I just like, it just kills me. Oh, you know what? I built one other one and I have it still. I built the Batmobile from the Batman. And, yeah. I only do Technic if they do a Batmobile or the Star Wars droids back in the day. I'm not the biggest fan of that Batmobile. I understand why it's what it was because of the time frame of the movie. Because he's still kind of fresh. I think I've been told here a few times it was year 2. Second year's Batman, but it was like he didn't have a custom. This was kind of like his first foray into a custom built car. So this was like, in my opinion, this was him grabbing stuff from his garage. He picked a couple muscle cars to blend together, and then he was like, let me take one of the engines from one of my supercars, and that's what it was. But so like saying I understand doesn't necessarily mean I like it. It just doesn't have that Batmobile vibe to it. It looks like someone threw 3 cars together. So that's my only thing. That's the only thing like keeping me down. He was stupid Batman and not the world's greatest detective Batman yet. Not that bad. I didn't have any problem with the movie, jeez. I just had a problem with I just don't like the Batmobile. Bat nipples. Now that movie I had a problem with.
And that's what I call high-quality H2O.
Batman and Robin? Yes, I have a problem with Batman and Robin. Alright. We all know that brick building and talking about Pokemon and Batman can be thirsty work, so cheers. Thanks, Jay Maxwell. G-Monkey, which movie? Which movie are we talking about? Because we've already we talked about 2 different movies, and I think you have problems with both of them, so I gotta... Listen, all I'm saying is Robert Pattinson knows how to play a bat. Okay? He's had a lot of experience being a bat. Pattinson bat? Yeah, I was fine with it. I was fine with it. Also, remember we were in COVID.
It's a simple question, Doctor. Would you eat the moon if it were made of ribs?
Well, I don't know how to answer that.
It's not rocket science. Just say yes and we'll move on.
Just say yes, and we'll move on. Ooh, I'm actually gonna need a mallet today. Love it. I haven't used a mallet in a while. Yes, folks, this is the mallet they use on Lego Masters. You just get them from Amazon for like $8. They are great when you have a plate. Just getting it all mashed down instead of pushing it down with your fingers and it going every which way. It's a real nice way to just pop, pop, pop. Doesn't damage your Lego because it's a rubber mallet, as long as you do it with like not a really ridiculous touch. I do have one that like I've completely destroyed, but it is the one I use to put set the 1x2s into my that one here. It'd be when I set the 1x2s in, I have a bunch of plates that I like. I have a plate that I just use, and that one's destroyed for, you know, for a good cause. That's why I make sure I use the same one so I'm not damaging each one I put in. Here, use one plate, screw it up, and then put the nice plates in. The nice plates. Oh, what a nice boy. You know, for a minute I was really confused what we were doing. I was like, I'm like, this is way too big and square to be Venusaur. And I realized it like just dawned on me now. I'm like, oh right, it's the platform. Also, you watched Brick and Nick build this. Speaking of Brick and Nick, that kind, warm-hearted gentleman, I got my prize in from his streamiversary. Yeah, I got my Pac-Man set in on Friday as well. But let me continue to tell you. So one dude in line, he told me the manager already came out, so the manager's already there. He got there nice and early. He was saying how he said, you know, limit 1 per person, but they have like 40 of everything, so that's great. Which is what they did for the Enterprise too. They're like, you know, for today we're doing 1 per household. So if you had the children, you're still only getting 1. And we watched them. They were carrying stuff in and out. I guess they must have a separate storage room now. Oops. They must have a separate storage room at that location now because they're pulling stuff in and out. They're like, this is all the stuff for March 1st, actually. Like, we're getting that stuff out of the way. Okay, fine. Yep. So that was fun. Opened up, I got my stuff, threw in the cart. They gave me my gift of purchases. Everything fine and dandy. I took my wagon home. And I'm gonna share overview of this, but I'm not gonna give you details because once again, it's not my full thing to tell. But I got home, and as I got home, my neighbor was in the hallway, came out in the hallway, and told me, yeah, my car got stolen. Would you be able to check your camera? So I got home and I immediately started looking at my cameras to see like when and how his car got stolen, and then that was I did take a break for lunch because I had come home really hungry. But yeah, I will tell you this. This is my experience from the situation. If you don't know when something happened, and like you're trying to pick it up from a place that you don't have cameras to places you do have cameras, why is cams are a pain in the butt to go through? I legit had to pull out the SD card. I had to go up in my window, pull out the SD card, put it in my computer, and then now like every camera does this. Just so you know, it records in 1 minute segments. That way, if something happens, you don't lose everything. You lose that minute maybe. But they all record in 1 minute segments. I found out VLC player, I can drop the whole folder and it'll just keep playing it through as like a playlist. And I ended up like running like 4 at the same time and just going through. And like the time frame he gave me didn't actually work out. But it got me answers. It got me answers to narrow it down. And yeah, I literally, dude, I guess as G Monkey would say, based on his thing there, I spent the next 5 hours playing the world's shittiest detective. Like legit. And I am so glad I was able to help him find when and how his car got stolen. Unfortunately, I don't think anything I did was able to help narrow down who it was. The good news that I did get yesterday is he got his car back. He did get his car back. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to talk to him. Pardon me, by the way. Pardon me twice. I don't know if it was because of anything I did. I don't know if the police just found it or what, but he found his car yesterday. I was in the shower when it happened, when he went to go tell us, so I didn't get any details. He said, well, he told you we could just talk later, which is great for me, because, yeah. Huh, hold on a minute. Oh, that does work still. I was like, that's no way that's gonna work. It did. Okay, cool. And we'll just zoom out one, because it's already... There we go. Alright, bags. I'm not supposed to have extras of those. Ain't no way. When's the last time one of those were used? That's further along than that. got it there and there. What the hell is going on? When's the last time I was supposed to have those? And I had 2 of those because I used them. Gonna pry something from my cold dead fingers. There we go. Oh my god, I think I actually did that right. I'm good. Shoot. Yeah, I did. Okay. What the hell? That's there too. That's it? Okay, they just put extras, because, yeah, that's the only time that piece is used. Look. 1. That's the only time that piece is used. Once. Not there, not there, not there, not there. That's crazy. Okay. I tore stuff apart because it looked like stuff that normally gets taken apart there. And don't put that on yet, stupid. Put this back on. I have no problem rebuilding that while you guys are viewing something because we already built it once. Good, I already beat this guy once. Ah, that should be easy.
Y'all are the Lego cops.
Y'all are the Lego cop. Now, so yeah, so I spent 5 hours doing that crap. Got the car back. I'm happy about that. I am. Kind of stopped my Friday evening a little bit, but you know, things happen, and that's an important thing that to stop the. You know, I had stuff to do. It wasn't important stuff that was more important. I was just gonna work on my mock. Originally, I was planning on spending the afternoon and evening hanging out with Dee. Figured we might go do something, but I forgot and didn't look at the calendar that she was babysitting. So that sucked. And on top of that, I also went through thinking, well, at least we got one day to hang out because we're both off for Pulaski. She is not off for Pulaski Day. I just am. So, I'm here by myself again tomorrow. I'm going to, assuming I have the energy and patience, I am going to attempt to move all my monitors over in front of me. Because for a while that was fine. It was great. It was dandy. I mean, we've already talked about it. My prescription changed horribly. I'm no longer even farsighted. I'm like regular in one eye with astigmatism and I'm nearsighted in the other one. So that sucks. I didn't even know that could happen. I thought if you're farsighted, you were farsighted. I didn't realize you could go backwards. No one ever taught me that one. Like, yeah, there are nearsighted people and farsighted people. And you can, throughout your life, you could be both. I thought it was just your eyes could start getting crappy. crappy in the other direction. So that sucked. But so I'm gonna start bringing this stuff closer. I'm gonna try to get this all over here. It also will free up workspace over there. Since everything will be over here now, yeah, it'll free stuff up. The only thing that I need to do, it's actually kind of funny I'm bringing it over here. I have to change my mouse and keyboard setup. Because I have the two specifically because I use both spaces. Now I kind of only need one. That's funny. That's funny. But I do need the two mice because I have them set up in different ways. Same mouse, but they're set up different ways. This one is specifically set up for streaming. My shortcuts. The other one is set up for everything else. Specifically like video editing and talks. Specifically for video editing and Photoshop. Okay. I'm gonna try that. I don't know if it's gonna get done tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on how things go. I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna try. Smart. I'm also going to try not to distract myself because if my Bricklink order comes in and I can work on Shenron, I get distracted by that. So I'm gonna try to get the monitors done first because I think it'll be better all around. That's another reason I wanted to do it too. I want to be able to do two different things. One, if I play a video game, I liked having it on the ultra wide, but then I couldn't see OBS. And it also it's 16:9 anyway, for Mario Kart. So I was thinking a few things. Plus, one monitor is not really used in the setup currently because I can't possibly look at it the way it is. So give me another monitor or real estate. So we'll use. So I don't know. I might have to redo OBS a little bit to maybe take up the bottom area here. Across at least two of the screens, and then yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird. I'll figure it out though. That's my job, not yours. I'll figure it out. Main thing is just getting it into place. Or, moving the camera, moving the lights, whatever I gotta do. I know I gotta move at least one camera, because I already moved this up. But then there's the night vision one next to it I gotta move. And that is, I want to do that so that way, like I said, if I'm playing a video game, we got that going. I can still see OBS and chat and everything. Not have to worry about it. The other one, though, is that if I need to use Studio for anything, I want to be able to share that with you guys. I want to be able to work, you know, like Eric Kubar and, you know, Mike Busan and everybody else does. I want to be able to share my experience with you when I'm working on stuff, because I do plan on. I think I do plan on working on mocks on stream for this, just so I have some kind of record of like sharing the build experience, guys. Nice. And I might even be able to do it where I don't know, because OBS 7 is. I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna speculate. I could be here all afternoon speculating. Which is a problem because we still have some morning left. I'll just wait till I actually get everything moved and get a workflow down that works. What I would have liked to have done was actually get the desk to the middle. But I just don't think it's gonna work out. And I could still do that eventually, but this is what I need for the time being. Moving the monitors for right now. Perfect. An actual layout change can be done when I have more time. Because I feel like I'm already in crunch mode for my ambitions with this. Kind of makes sense. Oh, I think D's back getting the laundry. My lovely. Yeah. Either that or I'm getting robbed and they're not bothering me. No, I think it's D. Oh my god, that's the other thing that... Oh, the most annoying. Friday was freaking beautiful. It was... I'm so happy that I took off Friday. But I'm so bummed that the rest of the weekend sucks. It was like 60 degrees and sunny and beautiful on Friday. When I got on the train in the morning, it was still in the 30s and I had to take a coat. I had a coat on. By the time I left the Lego store, I went like 2 blocks. I like stopped and threw all my crap in the wagon. I was like, I can't, I'm wearing just a t-shirt. It was so nice. I'm like jealous of myself. And then yeah, I spent the rest of the time inside checking a camera for people. But yeah, man, if you ever can, you ever find yourself in a position where you're like, I should look through my cameras and see what happens in my neighborhood during the day, I would highly suggest not doing that. People around you do a lot of weird stuff. And even though you don't know them, yeah, just they do weird stuff, man. Like I felt like I shouldn't be seeing this. I'm like, this is outside. This is outside. This was done outside in front of where anybody can see them. But I'm like, I feel like this is an invasion. People are weird. I don't mean like one person. I don't mean like two. I mean like a lot of people. What are you doing? I'm like, it really makes you question. You're like, man, what do I do when people see like, jeez. Sometimes I'm aware that I do weird stuff. Like, I feel like...
This just in!
Oh no.
Pokemon eating contest gathers such a large crowd, making it difficult to Pikachu!
Thank you, Brixplorium! How's it going?
Hello there.
If you guys aren't already, you should be following Brixplorium. You can catch him live at Brick Mania most of the week, 5 days a week. I caught him on my camera too, man. You wouldn't believe the stuff he was doing. You know, okay. The best way to put this, there's an episode of The Simpsons from back in the day where Apu gets fired from the Quickie Mart and has a great song about who needs the Quickie Mart, but that's beside the point. At some point, there's an actor who takes his job, unless you've taken vacation yet. During Brick World, you can find him live at Brick World. Or at an Outback Steakhouse eating a bloomin' onion. But there's an actor who took his job as the clerk at the Quickie Mart so he could get experience for a role. And he says, he's like, and Apu walks in, and the guy's like, oh my god, are you Apu? Like, he's like, I've been watching the security tapes to get like a feel for this job. More likely Culver is eating cheese curds. It is closer, and cheese curds are delicious. It's a real shame you can't just bring them to the same place and eat them. It really is. It'd be a match made in heaven. except for your stomach. Your stomach would hate you, 100%. Anyway, he's like, oh yeah, I've been watching the. He's like, I've been watching, you know, the security tapes, you know, to get a feel for it, you know, get in the mindset. And he's like, but I had a question for you about this one. And he pulls. Ow! Oh, I banged my knee. And there it pops because, you know, I banged it. Okay, that's fun. He pulls up a video. And Apu is literally running around the store going. And he's like, what were you doing? And he's like, that was me towards the end of a 72-hour shift. He's like, by the end of it, I thought I was a hummingbird. That's the kind of stuff I saw happening outside my home. But with more dogs. I also got, like, on the way home from the Lego store, I got, like, 10 different compliments. Either people didn't know that Pokemon and Lego were working together. Like, there were some Chicago cops that thought they were going to stop me just because they wanted to see the Pokemon Lego set. And then there was a couple who seemed like they're having an affair. Because they're like trying to be very... Either that or they're trying to hide their relationship from HR. But they're like... they're just in the middle of the sidewalk macking. And like... saw me to get out of the way and they're like, oh my god, is that the Pokemon set? Those just came out today. And I'm just like...
Hello there.
This is awkward. Long time! Kachua, how you doing? Welcome on in. Thanks for joining us. Well, like, yeah, no, God, I'm so sorry to break up your makeout session here, but... Yeah, that's the Pokemon Lego set, yeah. Oh, good choice. Good pickup. I'm like, okay. You too, lady. And these are people similar in age to me, by the way, not like a younger couple. Yeah, that was funny. I was like, what is going on? Like, is it a full moon? It was not a full moon. It felt like it. This is fantastic. Space is looking great. I'm gonna have to keep this in mind, actually. This front here, I'm gonna have to keep in mind. Sucks. This game. I really smacked my knee on that. Holy shoot. There. I should put that on first so it would be easier. Ah! Pokemon. Love it. Oh, and I actually did finish one of the things I was planning on doing Thursday. Or Friday. And that was making making the Pokemon logo there. And I kind of pissed myself off with that one. Because I was building, I made it, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I was like, no. I went back and revised it 6 times. And I can honestly say, I don't regret it. It turned out better and better every time. But at least the way my skills developed over the years, like, there might be better ways to do what I did. There's probably way better ways to do what I did. But the problem is I don't know how to do them. So I ended up having to... I basically get to a point where I copy the layer and then have to make all these different changes to a non-editable version of that. So if I make any changes before, it's like shape changes that I do at the end. In this particular case, there's other times where I have to apply like different effects and stuff after the fact when I've done stuff, but in this one I was making shape changes, and it was every time I did a revision to the look of the text or anything, I had to go back and first of all make a copy, because I didn't want to mess up what I already did. Why do I feel like I screwed this up? Did I? I did. Okay. Everything's wrong. Everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. Nothing's right. Okay, there we go. Got lucky that one didn't fly off. BRB, Crow needs some food. Sounds good, Crow. Get that food. Get that food. I'm gonna have to get some food after this. We're just doing hot dogs for lunch. We got Portillo's last night. I opened the bag. I thought... Here's why I thought this... D got Chicago-style hot dogs. I got a chili cheese dog. And a beef and cheddar croissant. Which is an Italian beef just on different bread. But it's delicious. Yeah, it's a croissant. It's delicious. That's what I get all the time. If I want a beef, I go to Johnny's. Like, if I want Italian beef, I'll go to Johnny's. But we opened it up and they got 3 Chicago style hot dogs, and I'm like, dude. Also, there's 2, I'll tell you, there's 2 bags. I see 3 hot dogs. What looks to be most of a large fry. And something at the bottom. Which you know, not sure, but I think is my beef and cheddar croissant. And then there's another bag, and I didn't even look at that one yet. But most of the order's in that bag. The only thing that was in the other bag was the cheese sauce. And the reason that everything sucked, it didn't suck. It really didn't suck at all. Just a little obnoxious. The reason why I thought they gave us 3 Chicago hot dogs and not my cheese dog is because, one, why would anybody assume something else if they only see 3 hot dogs that are all the same and not 3 in the way you ordered it. The last one was smashed under my already smashed beef and cheddar croissant. The 3 Chicago-style hot dogs were on top and totally fine, which, like I said, we only ordered 2. They ended up giving us an extra. But anything that was actually my food was completely smashed. I still ate it. It's still good. It's smashed. It's not like it got, it's not like it was, like, ran over. It was just whatever. Kind of sucked that it was smushed. But yeah, so D ended up getting 3 hot dogs. There's no way she was eating. And yeah, they kind of gypped us on the fries a little bit. But I was happy that we got everything that we ordered. That's the most important thing, I feel. Is it what you ordered? Yes. Is it what you ordered made correctly? Yes. Was it appealing to the eyes? No. And aesthetics comes second. Aw, so cute. So cute. It's kind of like they're stealing from the Bird's Nest set. There. Yeah, so I did the logo. That was cool. I feel like I don't have much else to report from this week. Work had things, but wasn't a big deal. This way. Oh my goodness. What is this piece? What is this? Do you see this? Hold on, I gotta turn it because it's not what you think. It's a quarter round brick. I'd never seen that one before. Now that, my friend, is a game changer, because you can make anything round now.
Hello there.
Hectomortis, what's up? What are we building today? I am working on the brand new Pokemon set Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur. This is the biome for Venusaur. They start you building that. But that is, I have not seen that piece before. That's very cool. I don't know if that's new. I don't know if that's new or just not widely used, but that's cool. That's a cool little piece for me. I feel like it's not. Now, what? Huh? Did I do something wrong? Terribly, terribly. Yes. Yes. But also no? What? Oh, I just did this wrong. That's all. I was like, how far back do I have to go? Not familiar with that? What universe is it? Pokemon! Lego has Pokemon sets now. Like as of Friday. You know, like the video games, cartoon, trading card game that people scalp on the internet for ridiculous amounts of money. Okay, sure, not I got that. Kind of unfortunately I don't know how to describe Pokemon any more than that. It's without going into the whole thing, I mean it's a very popular Nintendo owned video game franchise that came out in 1996, and they've been consistently producing it ever since. There. That's why they have you do it separate. Okay. So you got to do one of them. Whatever piece is going into the round brick here, you got to do it straight, the fern straight out, and then the other one you just put on an angle and butt up against it. How to get this. Okay. Yeah, I was born in 1980, I'm a Pokemon man, but I aware how great that community is. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, I was born in 90, so it's kind of my jam for a while. But, casual, not crazy. If that's possible. If that makes sense. Like I'm on the... Well, oh, there's actually a good way to put this. I used to have a tech review channel. I still do, but I don't post to it. So I should say. When Pokemon Go came out, I had started reviewing all the different devices you could use to go with it. I actually, and this was at the time I had, the same year I had gone to Vid Summit. It's a YouTube creator conference to kind of learn how to become a successful creator. Which I don't follow any of the advice from there on this channel. Just to
Execute Order 67.
Yes, my lord.
No. Not 67. Order 66. Execute Order 66.
Yay!
Alright, we back. Which one was that? I was on 66, duh. So I started reviewing those. They did really, really well. And I was really glad that they did well, but the problem was YouTube started, rightfully so, pushing my content in the Pokemon and Pokemon Go area. So I was getting ridiculous views on this tech. I want to say the one that compared all of them together, which is something that people actually like very much requested and no one else did. Just kind of side-by-side comparisons, like, hey, of all the ones, what are the pros and cons between them, and which one would you suggest overall? And I did that because no one else had done it, and it took off so well. It took off to the point where I had to, as per several YouTube coaches, they're like, they're like, in terms of this, like, in terms of this specific content, this is your most popular video. You need to make a choice. You either need to completely stop doing any of this Pokemon Go stuff. Like, you need to completely stop doing it and go to what you were doing. Or you need to completely pivot and lean into it and become a Pokemon content creator. Making Pokemon content wasn't where my passion was in that style. One, at that time, Pokemon Go had been going strong for a couple of years, but I didn't know how long it had. Apparently that would have been an okay bet to make.
Execute Order 69.
But
Nice.
I'll
nice.
wait.
Nice. Okay, now seriously, go do it.
How you doing?
Hey D, what's up? How you doing? But there are a lot of preventative things that didn't make sense for you to do Pokemon Go content. In terms of the devices, I pretty much already knew. I'm like, there's not much more that could come out that we're going to be able to do something with. Like, the only way that they're able to improve on this is if Nintendo improves a device first. And like, and how many times are they going to do that? Turns turns out one more time, and they drop like that too. You can't buy any of the crap anywhere anymore. But like, I live in Chicago. A lot of the guys that play, or a lot of the guys that were doing the Pokemon Go content, I shouldn't say guys, just a lot of people, they were from warmer climates, or didn't have or like YouTube was their career, and they would travel. Also by then, anyone that was going to be sponsored by Niantic or Pokemon was already doing so. Now that's interesting. Not that interesting though. So that was the case too. Like, I got a ticket for GoFest, but they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me in like the. They wouldn't let me in to do any of the like video editing or anything. I couldn't do that on sites. I had to go home to do that. I think I put this in the wrong spot. Dude, there you go. And I also worked full time and could not. Like, I supported myself. I worked full time. I couldn't take the risk to leave and try to do YouTube full time. I wouldn't even have the money to take care of myself in the interim. So I stuck with tech. And then I got the LEGO 89 Batmobile. Like a couple years later, right before COVID started, I think. Right when COVID started, I can't remember. But I fell in love. So now I'm super excited because I have LEGO Pokemon. I know Mega had them for years, but I didn't like what Mega was doing. Some of them were great, but they were flimsy. Other ones were straight garbage, and I didn't want to touch. The only set that I got from them for that was the Pokeball, and that thing's huge. So this is, I think this is a fun thing to try out. Okay, what are we doing here? We're filling in here, huh? Uh-huh. Just shreds, you say? And there. Oh, look at it. That's a wonderful tree stump. You are gonna run 3 miles on a track today? Nicholas! I'm good. I'm eating. What are you eating? What are you eating? I wanna know. I wanna live vicariously through you. What are you eating? Oh, food. You know what I'm not getting it, but I really have I have a hankering for. What the hell is going on? Never mind. That's my fault. Okay. I thought for a sec, because that last bag had stuff. Egg sandwich? Oh, I'm not feeling it. What do you mean, what kind? She said egg sandwich. Eggs. Oh, eating sandwiches. Eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham? Green eggs and ham. Oh my god, you guys haven't run the ducks in a half hour? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You haven't done the ducks in a half hour. I'll tell you what. You know I haven't done in 2 hours? Use the washroom. So I will be right back. Alright, we're back. So we're on bag 5. We got all the stuff out here. D, how's your green eggs and ham? Anybody do anything fun this weekend? Exciting tales? Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not want green eggs and ham. I will not eat them in a van. I do not like them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. But you know, that's just like my opinion, man. Generally, if my food, isn't supposed to be green, I won't eat it. A lot of foods, it being green usually means it's either not ready yet, or it is no longer good to eat. But also, that's usually accompanied by a smell. Not all the time, though. Okay, that looks correct. Correct, yes. Well, my bricklink order, gosh darn it. I really do need my bricklink order to come in. I need my sprockets. I need my sprockets and everything to test build. Your plan for this weekend is to build some Lego. That's my plan for today. That is definitely my plan for today. Alright, let's go check the bags.
Two hours later.
Later. Almost. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, there's definitely not a lot here. I'm supposed to have...
This is worse than the time the raccoon got in the copier!
I'm supposed to have a second one of these. Oh no. Hold up. Okay. One was up here, one was back. Alright. Whatever. It's there. That was weird. Because I definitely got that one from the other bin. A lot of weird firsts. But we're not missing anything. Good. Not missing anything yet. Okay. And so you put one across here. One across here. And then one here. Okay. One more time, I'm feeling. Actually, it goes here. The Bears. They put a lot of thought into this base. They put a lot of thought and layer and detail into this. Holy crap. Like, forget that nonsense. Look at this. Wild. Absolutely bananas. That one, so that touches there, and then this one comes in one. Yep, that looks right. Okay.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
You will. I guarantee it. There. I keep seeing like a Venusaur Hawaiian shirt at GameStop when I go to the mall. And I actually think they have my size, but there's no price listed on it. So for whatever reason, out of principle, I'm just like, no. I refuse. I refuse to go ask how much this costs. Feels like a GameStop trap where they're gonna be like, well, it's regularly $60, but if you become a Pro Rewards member today, give it to you for $55. And you get points. Are there any games that you want? Like, I just don't feel like dealing with that. Just like when I bought a used controller. Like, if you're a Pro Rewards member, you have a ton of points towards the Switch already. I'm like, I have like $1. Shut up. The console costs $500. It's the game I want. It's not going to be... I'm not going to have immense savings by buying one frickin'... one frickin' controller. I don't buy that stuff from you guys that often. There we go, and lock that bad boy in. Hey! Hey, look at that. And lock that one in with ice. Back for a minute. Gosh, shower and food. Alright. Sounds good. Also, that's a lot of progress for 100 steps. That feels like a lot of progress for sub 100 steps. So I know there's larger panels. I know there's smaller pieces. But this coming out to $650. We just did that. Why am I? Oh. It works out to less than 10 cents a piece, which is not bad given the price. I just think everybody, when we were looking at this, kind of didn't factor together the scale. I know. Why are we still talking about price per piece count? It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I agree for the most part. But if there's ever a time to make an argument, if there's ever a time to make an argument pro price per piece, this would have been it. That could have been a tragedy. That was almost a tragedy if I knocked that whole tower over. Whew. I have you one sad, sad bender. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 6 of the pill tiles. 1 by 2 rounded, whatever you want to call them. I call them pills. Essentially what they are. 2, 4, 6, 8. We got all 8. 911! What is my emergency? And I'm not doing more shots. I'm kidding. I'm kidding! I definitely don't want to do more shots. That's what you call some high quality H2O? Nicholas calls it high quality H2O. Whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie doodly. Alright. Cheers. Thank you for the brown hydrate, J Maxwell. To the Pokemans. So stained with booze, you'd think I'm an alcoholic. The mat. Those are shadows. But there's stains all here from booze. I gotta get a new one anyway. I think there's the new one. This is the original. The new one is slightly smaller but more color accurate, and it's not supposed to fray like this. So I just need to pull the trigger and buy it. At this point. Especially since we'll be needing it. Man, they got all kinds. Yeah, see, I need to actually start looking at this side. I look at this side a lot, and like, it doesn't necessarily help me. I need to be looking at that side. For sure. For sure. Okay. Yeah, I need to get on that. I need to get that. Actually hasn't. I never noticed that. Facing in. That bothers the crap out of me now. I know I say I'm not going back. I'm probably gonna go back. I did that one all correct. I'm legit trying to make this the easiest scenario for me. Alright, we're good. We're good all around. Surprisingly. Surprisingly. Yeah, that's correct. As long as it's slightly to the inside, I did it right. There. And, ha ha ha. Boom skis. What is my next build at? Nicholas. My next build after this is Venusaur. Then the base for Blastoise and then Blastoise. And then the base for Charizard and then Charizard. This is gonna be what we're building for a few weeks. And honestly, after that, expect a lot of the Brickworld mock. There will be builds. There will be builds, but I think we're gonna be splitting our time between sets and my Brickworld mock. I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna try to do more of it here. The one last year I couldn't do because it was legit too big for this table. Well, at least the way it's set up. With all the changes I'm making, hopefully it alleviates those issues. But also this, hopefully, isn't that wide, because that one was 3, or I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 base plates wide. I think it's 4. 3, sorry, I think it's 3. 3 base plates wide. But that's going to get redone as well at some point. I'm not changing the aesthetics this time that much. I am just going to try to get it working. And I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna do some soldering, some wire extensions, and we're gonna direct drive the duck. I'm getting rid of the whole corkscrew thing. I'm gonna see if I can direct drive the duck. So I have to attach a motor to the duck. And honestly, the way I'm redesigning it, that could probably be at the front of it. That could be at the front of it that hits the button. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do it yet. But I know what I need to do. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like, I don't know what mechanics are involved. No. Nope, not the words I'm trying to look for. I know what mechanics are involved. I don't know what bricks I'm gonna use to do it. But the duck race is just gonna get fixed up this year. Because there was too much of something. I've screwed this up royally. Where's number 2 go? know where the mechanics are messed up. And I'm hoping this fixes it. And then my buddy's got to work on the. Yeah, I'm doing a couple things. There's a couple things that are happening, and then I need to like add some kind of controller holder. Actually might. I don't plan on doing the holder as a. I don't think I'm gonna do the controller holder as a brick built thing. I think it might just be 3D printed. I'm not sure yet. Just because if I do it out of Lego, it'd have to be Technic. So that way, if someone knocks it, it doesn't just fall apart. And that's going to be ugly or expensive to cover up. But so I'm switching that from a distance sensor to a button getting pressed. NBD, no big deal. And then I'm changing the ducts to being directly driven by the motor, which will ease up things. Well, and then how many did I need? 5? Yeah, got 4. Okay. There's 27 bags in this, right? Wait, 727 steps. Just that 727 steps. Just this book. And I didn't actually check. I didn't check in between. I'm hoping it's continuous. 727 was for the end of the book. I don't know if they restart when you start building Venusaur. That's nuts, right? I've grabbed 6 so far. I didn't actually count. I need 8. Yeah, Venusaur not even. Don't even know if Venusaur is counted in this or not. Or if it's a separate, if it's a restart. That's crazy, right? Yeah, so the duck race will be there. Get fixed up. My buddy's gonna work on the programming a little bit, so I need to get that done. I like legit need to get that done so I can get that to him. That's interesting. That's weird. Hold on. Oh! Asked and answered. No, not really. What? That doesn't make sense. Hold on. Asked and answered. 1 stud off. Everything's fine now. Covers up that gap, and then that comes over here. Okay. First I tried putting it here, then I put that in the wrong spot, so it's, yeah. I'm a wreck. I have had a lot of this lately. A lot of that, At first, this was included with a lot of the minifigs, right? You show them jumping, flying, whatnot. But now I've just been having a ton of them clear. That should have been attached before, you jerks. Because I don't know how long it's supposed to stick out even. The whole part could have been attached with this on. Okay, I do have a gripe here. There's a lot of fiddling in between, which is one of those things I don't like about Technic sets. So, the fact that we're doing this right now, I don't like. This whole thing could have been built and then placed. Or these could have actually been put on before stumps went in. Fully. If someone was to redo this, I would highly recommend that happen. Here, this should be easy. These, fine, put them in at this stage. But these here, that's a normal thing to do. That should have gone in right after that part got put in. Because it wouldn't have affected anything else. It wouldn't have affected anything else but that. Anything else left to this stage, I should clear these two. Whoa! Man, once you move those little bits, you're like, hey, there's a ton of translucent pieces. I saw none of these when I opened this. I had everything together, and with these big green leaf pieces, like perfect camo. I was like, oh, there's just a bunch of, and then you're like, oh my god, look at all, look at all the studs. 5, 6, 7, 8. I was legit looking at that top tray. I'm like, there's some other stuff in here. I'm so screwed. That was deceptive. I love it. Oh my. Okay. So hold on. Seven and 8. There we go. That's a little easier now. The other stuff is on already. I lied! Hey, look, you can put it all on when it's done. Do them 3 times, okay. Now see, this one bothers me the way they did it because they showed it 3 times. This is not how you do this. This would mean 9 times normally. They made a goof in the instructions. Generally, if they put it in to the thing, there go. This here we said do it 3 times. Top left corner. Do every instruction 3 times is what that normally means. But when you come down here and you do 1, 2, 3 and say repeat it 3 times, that should mean 9. There's no way in hell that means that, though, because 1, I don't even have 9 of anything. 2, I don't have 3 bases to put this on. So, just their own stupid-ass formatting that someone made a slight mistake of. Which is why I think they should just pick one of them and stick to it. We had a random duck pick? Oh, well, not like my duck picks. Who wants to see my duck? I got the twig branches. I love those. Oh man, I want, no, that'd be the wrong scale. These wouldn't be. I want to make big water lilies with those. Three of each. That was funny. Yeah, then he goes, I don't know, I'm just stick through it. I want to see what gets attached. Oh, that is what gets attached. Okay. So that's what goes here. I actually thought it was slightly bigger. Still looks good though. Still looks good. Stumps get those, and then just next to it. Yeah, just next to it. Okay. Oh, alrighty then. $18. Mercy. Have mercy. 18 of them. I dropped one. So if I'm short later, I know why. I think I also need a drawer piece. I think I have a drawer of these, because I was like, you gotta use these for a lot of things you gotta use these for. That's 12. $15. 17. And we'll see if I can find this one right now. Yeah, I can. No, I can. Alright, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. There's 18 of those. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 9. 17. 18, there we go. Any extras? I see no extras either. That's funny. I do have one extra from previous back. Alright. Oh yeah. details right now. We got those. Now we gotta attach them all. Gotta attach them all. Leaves on sticks. Next, third and final one of these. So what I'm doing is there's the side where there's nothing at the bottom. Like, see this one has one at the front? So that side where there's nothing, that goes back towards where there's just one. And number 3 goes over here. That one has it where it's sticking out. Oh my goodness. Alright, it's getting fuller. We are 1 sub away from doing a Dark Side of the Brick art. I didn't even realize that. 1 more and we gotta do a panel. This one, see, and now we're doing a turn, because now it's, okay, you gotta do this 3 times, but you're gonna have to go back and do it 3 times. See the 3 at the end. So stupid. They gotta get consistent with this, guys. Maybe 2027. We've been getting better and better, and I'm gonna keep on them till they're spot on. If I'm paying more for LEGO, I want LEGO to be everything it can be, okay? I want them to be the best that they can be. I mean, they got Pokemon now, dude. They gotta be the very best like no one ever was. Alright? Mega fumbled the bag. Alright? Mega fumbled the bag. LEGO took it up. LEGO took it up. Let's do it. Like, let's... I said, the only one that I hate only one I really don't like right now of this whole wave is that Pikachu. I think that Pikachu is... it's trash. I'm sorry, it's trash. It could have been better. It's not. It's better than the Mecha one. The Mega one. It's definitely better than the Mega one. But that face is so jacked. Like I said, Brick and Nick got early access to it. He built it. And even his opinion on it was, hey, like, listen, it is better in person, but I still don't like it. And that's saying something. Like to say, to feel that you need to give it props, like, okay, hey, it's not absolute trash like it looked like online. It looks better in person, but it still doesn't look great.
Hello there.
Hello there. Ringbolt. What's up, bud? What you building today? I am building the Pokemon's Kanto starters evolutions. So Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard. Building those boys. Starting out with the base for Venusaur. I'm digging it for the most part. Aesthetics, I'm happy. Aesthetics, I am happy. There's been very recently some points of contention in the order that they've had me put things on here. Like, they had me squeeze all this stuff in after, like, the ferns and stuff were on, where if I had just built them out with the layer at the time, it wouldn't have been in the way of anything else. And also, the repeating instructions, they made some errors that's kind of... That's just formatting that they need to figure out. They used the wrong formatting for their own stuff. They put, so this one's right. I can show you this one if I go back. This one is correct. It says 3 times at the top with the model. Build away, bud. They put 3 times for this. And you go through and you build it 3 times. But the previous ones here, they did 3 times and 3 times in the same step. I get that could also be them trying to say to finish, but that is supposed to be... That's supposed to be when you have a multi-page one. I don't know. It's just weird. It's all good, though. It's all good. These are huge. These are big old ferns, man. Love that. Love these fern pieces, too. Like, I remember when I got my first one of these. I don't think I've ever seen the larger ones, though. I don't think I've seen the larger ferns yet. That's pretty freaking cool. So, yeah, you can make a whole Christmas tree now with just these. I bet if you were trying to be sneaky, you could probably get them to go in between as well. That is nice. I haven't seen these large ferns before. But I also don't get botanicals all that often. Depending on how strong they go with the Pokemon, I might have to be a Pokemon Lego only. I kid, of course.
I feel the need for speed.
So now here's the question. So they're gonna do this. Whale Lord is the largest Pokemon. How do you think we're gonna handle Whale Lord? Like, do you think we're doing, like, are we doing display models and then play models? But then you need like the $650 display model or play model for Waylord. Oh, look, they did have one spare of this. I got 3 more flowers to make, it looks like. Feel the need for speed. Oh yeah, there's the flowers. I mean, technically not necessary. Being honest, I think just for height it might be. Technically the green not necessary for the build. Oh, it's the stamen. That's nice. Also, I screwed that up. Hold on. Put that thing down, flip it in, wherever I already filled it. That's cool. Too bad you can't stagger those. So yeah, undo this. Flip it this way. And then it's stuck. That's cool. That's really pretty. That's really, really pretty. We forgot to put them. Oh no! Oh no, we did. Chutes and ladders. I gotta look that up. I was gonna make birria today. Crap, I put it in the fridge too. Okay. Okay. Well, the good news for D. Oh, we gotta figure. Okay, you want to figure it out for tomorrow? Yeah, because I think it takes 8 hours. If it took 6, that wouldn't be the worst. No, that's way too. Yeah, that's still too long. Because that means it'd be 6 o'clock. No, 7 o'clock. When I could take it out. Oh man. Also, the numbers keep going. So there are 20 bags of just Venusaur. That's insane. How many push-ups can anyone do? I don't know. I could definitely do 1 to get up. I don't know after that. Shoot. Dang it, I was looking forward to birria today. Wings? You want to do wings? G-Monkey was talking about wings earlier. That made me in the mood for wings. Alright, folks. How big is bag 7? That's the question. Alright, we're gonna do bag 7. We're gonna start Venusaur. Because this is a multi-week project, so we're gonna start Venusaur. I could put it in the morning. Yeah, please do. We'll get out We'll get out the crock pot tonight. We'll get it over there. We'll get the frozen wings? No, like, go get wings. Like, not even for delivery. I was just gonna say just go. We'll talk later, man. We'll talk later. Yeah, we could do B-dubs. Crow, you're back again for a minute. Thank you so much. Look, we got the base stuff. Pretty good. The Venusaur is so big that it's gonna be on this whole thing. Wow. Wow.
It's a simple question, Doctor. Would you eat the moon if it were made of ribs?
Well, I don't know how to answer that.
It's not rocket science. Just say yes and we'll move on.
If they keep talking about ribs, that looks like a nice spot for a turtle. Well, too bad we're putting a frog lizard there. It does look like a nice spot for a turtle. Turtle. I like turtles. Well, crap, how about that? Turtle. Man, yeah, y'all keep talking about wings. I don't know. I'm gonna be able to wait till dinner for your wings, man. Ah! Just because Friday was Pokemon Day, I've been watching Pokemon. Bender, I swear if we hang out one day, I'm leaving you in the car. What the hell? What'd I do? You're gonna leave me in the car? Are you at least gonna crack the window? Why you gotta leave me in the car? I know you're messing with me, but jeez. Still a valid question. Are you gonna crack the window or not? Look, always... If you leave your Bender unattended in the car, crack the window open a half an inch. Okay. All right, half an inch. Can you open up one of the back windows too then so I get a cross breeze going through? The air will circulate then? Or am I asking too much now? Tell you what though, we have a restaurant in my area that sells brown sugar ribs and oh my, ooh. 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 I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. I'll open the trunk in the back hatch. Oh, okay, so I'll get plenty of air. Good. I'll get plenty of air. They're so good and sticky. But I'll be going back. I mean, that sounds like every reason you should go back. Yeah.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Got goosed. Can't get goosed. Goose only works for one person. You gotta duck it and take your chances like everybody else. Goose only works for Mac. Who also like refuses to use it because he feels it's cheating. Works for the big bender. Okay, it works for two. Actually, no, I don't have a goose button. I don't have a goose button. I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't have a goose button. I am at the whim of the duck gods just like everyone else. It only works for Mac. I need a goose button. It happens enough. I don't think I need one. What if I do a regular duck push? Nope, I got ducks. I got ducks! But you guys want to see my duck pics? You'll take... No. That's why they're unsolicited. They're unsolicited duck pics. I whip out my duck without consent. Nice try, autocorrect. Yeah, that's what it was. This is autocorrect. That'd be awful. Actually, I would like to see Twitch miscategorize that one for me. Like, you broke TOS. No, I didn't. We clearly have you saying no, you don't. Roll the tape. Roll the tape, check the chat. Autocorrect tried to change duck to something else. This isn't the environment for that, ma'am. Oh. Man, you got a... What kind of text are you sending? An auto-corrected duck. I don't want to. Don't answer that question. I don't want to know. Quacks you up. is correct. Okay. I follow other more wild LEGO streamers and we get into some convos that turn into filters. Ah. Yes. I gotta say that is the big difference, I would say, between Twitch settings and YouTube settings. Because on YouTube, I have to explicitly mark that something is okay for children to watch. Oh, I bet I know most of them. I bet I know most of them. I've probably been in their chats from time to time. But I don't think anybody asked me about my wiener when I was in those chats. So I did not use other language. If you've been in their chats, I feel bad for you seeing me in the oh no. Oh, you're fine. And we're getting places. Now, sir, I don't want to see your ballpark. We're good. We're good. It's no chance of that happening. No chance of that happening.
I don't need it.
I need it!
That's not necessarily the best follow-up to the last comment. And then that didn't help. Needs the $650 Lego set. That's what he needs. J-Max with them ducks. I knew it wasn't. Need a quackin'? Close. Here, I'll help you out. I'll help you out with one. Y'all need to get your mind out of the Lego gutters. I mean... I got all day. Tenderness, sir. What, you don't hit the Lego Drugs bad, okay? I know smoking is bad for you. I quit. You hit the video games? Oh man. Those aren't good for you, I hear. They told me that those make you violent. Is this the... Why Venusaur got... Neither is smoking, but that doesn't help your case. I get that's an Easter egg about the typing, but that just looks like Venusaur is hiding the family jewels.
These are going to hurt you, sir.
You can't do any more damage than I already have. Joke's on you, I'm already dead inside.
Hello there.
There we go. 17 ducks! I'm at the 123 part. Oh! Oh, one more. One more. Uh-oh. We will have that quack, and you will. Guys will. Definitely in less than 2 minutes. 151, that was a Mew. Anyway, I was saying, because this week, where we got horribly sidetracked. I was saying, because it was Pokemon Day on Friday. This weekend we've been watching just like a couple of the Pokemon movies. Started off, of course, with Pokemon, the first movie, because how can you not? How can you not? And there it is! There it is! There it is! There it is! There it is!
It's the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Let's go! Nice! Nice! Let's freaking go. Ducks for days. I don't what? Craziness. Okay. And oh my god, this couldn't have been any better timing. Another 2 extra. Are we doing 2 extras now for Technicals? What's today's crows can adjust their behavior based on seasonal changes. Alerting their diet, social patterns, and daily routines is needed. Flexibility is key to survival success. Remember that, crow. Remember that. Just adapt. Improvise, adapt, overcome. That's what you gotta do. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Alright. We got a nice... Seriously, why Venusaur... Why Venusaur got the family jewels up in there, man? That's something. Great timing on ads. They go from worms to seeds. Ah, makes sense. Alright. Well, while we are in ads, I will find our raid target. Sounds like a good plan. Sounds like a plan. No. Trying to figure it out here. Some dudes in a Mustang just pulled up and started building at the tables at the shop. Some dude in a Mustang just decided to just come in, start building stuff, man. What? That is... Hold on. I gotta ask. They pull up in a Mustang? Or did they pull up in a Shelby? He says he wants mashed potatoes and Southwest egg rolls. Tell him I'm so sorry, but we just 86 the mashed potatoes and Southwest egg rolls. But we have baked potatoes if he likes. And for the inconvenience, I'll give him a double portion of salad. And today's his birthday. Alright, just roll with it.
911, what is your emergency?
Oh no. No! No, we're leaving. We're leaving. We're gonna go bye-bye. That's a lot. Stomach is so empty. Here's the deal. I'm doing this. I'm doing a little one because I really do not feel up to... Like, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to fill it up to here with Pop. And that's how much liquor. My stomach's gonna kill me. I need food. I don't want to throw up before I eat. Or I don't want to throw up while I'm eating. That'd be even worse. Cheers! Alright, that's better. Alright, we're gonna go raid on into Mecca. Get your raid messages ready.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
They don't get it because they're not old enough to drink. And then they're not past that part of where you can't drink like you used to. It's a spectrum. All right, we're gonna start this raid here. All right, folks. Gosh, golly gee willikers. My raid message. What's your raid message? Gotta throw up. Good to see you. It was good to talk to you too, Chuck.
This is worse than the time the raccoon got in the copier. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so I will see you guys Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central Time. So don't come an hour and a half early, because I'll still be at work. We'll be continuing Venusaur. Until then, you guys, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, follow, share, do all the things. But most importantly, I need you to stay absolutely brick-tastic, just like you already are. And as always, I'll catch you on the brick side.
Great Scott.